Hi, my name is Katrina Metza, and I'm the chair of the worship committee. I also wanted to highlight that Rachel Peters, our worship coordinator, also put a lot of time and effort into making this report happen. So the worship committee collaborates and plans engaging Sunday morning worship services. Our team consists of Brian Penner, Rachel Peters, Daniel Jansen, Renata Dow-Clausen, John Thiessen, Peter Sawatsky, Ruth Wilms, John Bradnam, and myself. We meet monthly to plan and discuss creative ideas for Sunday morning worship, both in church and online. The past year, we have learned how to be adaptable. Along with all the church ministries, the worship committee was faced with the question of how to proceed in this new environment. Our first service cancellation was on March 15th. 4 weeks later, on Easter Sunday, we presented what is now our familiar Red Brick online service. The month between the first cancellation and Easter Sunday was filled with emails bouncing around ideas, intentional prayer, and online brainstorming sessions to figure out how we were going to move forward. We are so grateful to our staff and volunteers for being willing to put themselves out there and work in our new virtual format. It can be surprisingly nerve-wracking to film oneself, and we're grateful to everyone who continues to put themselves out there every week. A very special thank you to Mark Rowerda, who has generously donated his time and talents to compile our services every single week. The quality of the service that we enjoy is hugely thanks to his professional eye and technological proficiencies. Along with some of the familiar service components, we were excited to experiment with a few new ideas. The praise and worship band went virtual, and we introduced our community connection. The intention of this new portion of the service is to create personal connections to the church community, even when we're not gathering together in person. Perhaps it also represents the spontaneous conversations and interactions that happen in the foyer before and after the service. Another notable addition to our online environment is our church online platform, which provides a place for Sunday morning live viewings of the service. It has been a great place to connect online and chat and comment on the service as a group. Special thanks to Chris Hutton for spearheading this initiative and for his willingness to host the group and facilitate conversation. While we seem to have found our footing in the online environment, it has not been without its challenges. Most recently, our planned in-person and live-streamed Christmas Eve service was canceled just a few days before the 24th. We scrambled, but we were able to adapt relatively smoothly. We're grateful to Ruth Wilms for her leadership as intern worship coordinator at the beginning of the year, and for continuing to volunteer her time once she was laid off during the first lockdown. Rachel Peters returned to work beginning in August and continues to work on part-time basis. We appreciate her dedication to coordinating the many elements of our services. In September, we reopened our church doors for in-person worship. This was a huge undertaking with much forethought and consideration. The church created reopening guidelines, cleaning protocols, and a volunteer system was entirely revamped. A huge thank you to Emily Feguth for her guidance and leadership around the entire reopening process. She juggled many responsibilities with energy, assertion, and skillfulness. We closed the 2020 year with the 38 online services under our belt. When we first closed, we couldn't have imagined what was ahead of us for 2020. We are so grateful to God for showing us the way in these uncharted waters. The committee moves as a unified group, and the hand of God is present, if not palpable, as we meet together virtually and in person to listen for His guidance and direction. As a group that meets to plan our worship services, we have adjusted to looking only one step ahead at a time. We don't know what 2021 will hold, and so we're making plans tentatively, knowing that God is in control and will guide us to what He desires for our worship experiences. We hope to be creative and find new ways to connect our community in worship. We want to be servants of Christ in our community by creating meaningful worship experiences that bring people together. and collectively point towards our Creator. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this recording.